Do you believe in angels? Well, I do. Have you ever had an angel experience? I have. Keep watching. I will teach you how to connect with your angels. I can, and you can too. Welcome to Channeling Angels. My name is Sharyn Lennon. I'm a psychic medium, an angel incarnate, and a spiritual counselor. If you don't know what an angel incarnate is it's a person with the soul of an angel. How do I know if that I have a soul of an angel? Well, my angels told me. A little bit about myself. God took my hearing. I'm 85% deaf in this ear, my right ear. And with that, I can hear my guides, I can hear my angels, and I can hear God. Now, God has spoken to me in the past, but I don't always hear from God. But I hear from my angels on a regular basis. And I don't so much have as guides as much anymore. My angels are my guides. So when I hear from them, I always acknowledge them. On this channel, we're going to be talking about angel experiences. Have you had an angel experience? I know I have. I've had many, but I know 3 of my angel experiences saved my life. And I did share one on a previous episode, and I will be sharing the rest on an episode. But do you know that your angels are just standing by waiting for you to help? They want you to tag them in, and they're always standing by. And my angels are helping me with this channel, and which is, for me, this is a difficult task, is putting myself out there. I'd rather just stay behind the scenes, but I feel a calling to help spread the word about our connection to heaven and these wonderful angels, these beings, and I'm hoping that this channel will help others. So if you have any questions or angel experiences you'd like to share, either leave a comment below or you can email me at my email address, which is in the description below. I'd love to share. As I told you, my angels are helping me with this channel, and I just got a message that they want me to share with you how to know when your angels are nearby. And one way of knowing is with you'll find maybe a feather from out of nowhere. Say you didn't have a pillow around or whatever, you'll see a feather. Sometimes they'll use, like, you find a ladybug in your house. I recently found a ladybug in my house, and I'd never get ladybugs in my house, and it was just a sign to me that everything's going to be okay, because I was a little worried about something. And you'll know by maybe seeing a spark in your corner of your eye, your peripheral vision, and that's another way of knowing they are near. But it's not just angels that leave us signs, it's our loved ones too. Our loved ones will leave us signs that they are near, and I'm sure maybe some of you have heard of the term pennies from heaven. I literally had an experience where I had a penny show up out of nowhere. And I know people are like, oh, there's pennies all over the place, but this was an incident, or not even just pennies, but I've also had dimes. I found a dime in my shower stall. It's like, okay, you don't have pockets going into your shower, and it wouldn't fall out of your pocket because I had a shower bathtub combo unit. It's not just a walk-in shower. So they will leave you coins. They might flick the lights, but they just want you to know that they are there, waiting and watching for you, watching over you. Just like with the pennies from heaven. That experience was very profound. This is when at a time where I was going through a divorce. My daughter's grandmother on her father's side had passed, and we were going out to lunch, something rare because I really didn't have a lot of money. So we were just going to grab a little bit of a lunch. It was a late lunch. So we were walking into the restaurant, and the parking lot was, there was cars in it, but there wasn't no one going into the restaurant in the parking lot except for me and my daughter. And I hear what sounds like a coin hit the pavement, and I'm like looking around. It's like, well, I knew it wasn't for me, you know, it wasn't like it was something that came out of my pocket. And I was looking around, I was like, where did that noise come from? And we took about 10 more steps closer towards the entrance of the restaurant, and there, lo and behold, there is a penny. It looks like it just fell, and it fell right in front of, like, we found it, like I said, 10 more steps towards the entrance of the restaurant, and looked down, and sure enough, there's a penny. And I'm like, I knew in my heart that was what we heard. And it just goes to and then I immediately thought too of Sarah's grandmother, and I knew she was there. I knew she was saying hello and wishing us well. So don't always say, oh, it's just a coincidence, because I don't believe in coincidence. I believe that these are signs saying, yes, we're here. You're never alone. You're never, ever, ever alone. Between your guides and your angels and your heavenly loved ones that passed on, there's always someone there. There's always someone next to you and waiting for you and watching over you and asking, you know, if you need help. They're there for you. Another way to connect with your angels or your guides, your heavenly loved ones, is just to raise your vibration, which would be to connect to your higher self. These souls, angels and loved ones and everyone, are on a higher vibrational plane, and for us to get messages or recognize signs and symbols from them is to raise our vibration, and to have that knowing that they are near. And with that, meditation is a great way of connecting with your higher self. And there's a ton of YouTube videos which help you connect with your higher vibration or a higher self. I also not only do meditations, but I also will use gemstones, crystals. You can hold them in your hand. What I would recommend is, you know, a higher vibrational stone. It would be like an amethyst or a quartz crystal. Rose quartz is another good one. It's known for love, the rose quartz. And hold it in your non-dominant hand. With energy work, and everything's energy, spirits are energy, we're energy. Your left hand, or your dominant hand, would be if you were to send like energy to someone, or healing, or, you know, loving energy, you might want to use your right hand, your dominant hand. And for your connecting energy or receiving, you'd use your non-dominant hand. So if you want to receive the energy from the crystal or the gemstone, you know, put it in your left hand. Or to me, it's left hand. My non-dominant hand is left. I'm a right-handed person. So, you know, hold on to it and just try to feel the energy of the crystal. And while you relax and you work on your breathing and you meditate, it'll help lift your energy. And it's really great, especially if you're a little down in the dumps or having a little bit of anxiety or depression. Meditation is great for all that. And it helps you, like I said, calm your system down. If you're not feeling well, if you're anxious or have an illness, meditation is probably one of the the best way of healing yourself. One story I'd like to tell you is the story of how gemstones helped me out of a depression. I was going on a little weekend trip with my daughter to visit my sister vacationing in a cabin by the lake. And we got there, it was really nice. We were enjoying the scenery and the lake, and we decided to go into town and visit a local souvenir shop. The souvenir shop was quaint, little store in town, and it had a barrel full of like stones, tumbled stones and gemstones. And my daughter's like loving stones. She loves stones. She'd bring stones home from anywhere we went. And she's like, asked me if she could get some, and I said, yeah, of course. I definitely wanted to get her a souvenir from where we were. And so she picked out a bunch, and while she's picking out hers, I grabbed 2 little small stones, and they were about this big, and I just decided, to put them in with hers, and we purchased them, and now we're heading back towards, we're in the car, heading back towards the cabin, and she's going through her gemstones, all excited about looking at them, and I grabbed the 2 that I picked, and the 2 that I picked were amethysts, and I grabbed one and put them one in each hand, and I just sat there, and it was amazing how I felt as if that a veil was lifting, like the depression, the energy of the depression was dissipating. It was just as if I was walking through a veil, or the fog was lifting. It was amazing. I'm like, this was happened so many years ago, and I could still feel that feeling to this day, and how my energy lifted. And I even mentioned it out loud, like, I'm feeling like my depression, which I had for that point weeks, and I just couldn't shake it. I could feel it subsiding, and which I was so grateful for. And so the gemstones it pulled me out of depression. Maybe it can help you. I'm hoping that any information that I might be able to help people with my videos for this channel helps maybe even one person through a story or an experience that I had or somebody else had. If it can help one person, I would be so grateful. I will hope that this channel would help just anyone out there. If you can like and subscribe or share this with your friend, if it helped you, maybe it'll help them. And with that, I wish you the best of luck, all my love. God bless and God bless. Bye bye.